Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 51. It is June the 19th, 2024. Happy Juneteenth Day to everyone all year long. But it's really great that this has now been made a national holiday, and it falls, and I'm lucky enough to fall on the day that it's celebrated. So I would like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel. As I do at the beginning of every video, I send love, hugs, and kisses to my husband Stan for writing and performing the intro song that you just heard. If you are new to my FlossTube channel, I hope you will like what you see, that you will subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. For my returning viewers and subscribers, I am so glad to see all of you again. I look forward every 2 weeks to our time together. And I am thinking very hard about how we can increase that time together just a bit, and I will sort of bring that up at the end of the video for a chat. So we're in a beautiful day in Northern California. We have had some surprisingly nice weather. I know much of the United States is in the heat dome that we were in not too long ago. That will change for us, and we'll be back to the high 90s and triple digits by the weekend. But the windows are open, the fans are blowing, and it's a beautiful day. And so that means it's just a beautiful day to be with all of you. I have a lot of things that I want to talk about. I have a lot of things to show. So I think we should just jump in and let's get going. So I had just some random notes that I wanted to make a comment. Somebody private messaged me on Instagram, and this is really random. I didn't even get a chance to see who it was, and because I don't deserve technology, somehow I managed to delete the message before I really read it or even saw who it was from. So if one of you that is watching did send something to me on Instagram and you never heard back from me, please try again. And I will try very hard not to just delete it before I read it, because that just destroys the effectiveness of the whole system. So I wanted to just make sure that I mentioned that. Second, I wanted to do a clarification. Alex of at Salix_stitches wrote me the sweetest little private message as well. Just gently and kindly making sure that I clarified with the account that is at _Salander. The three people responsible for that amazing account, which shows all the stitch-alongs that are going along, is Amity and Erinn of the Hathaway Stitchers and Alex. I think at some point I may have inadvertently muddied the waters by mentioning Stephanie and Allison of Cross Stitch the Globe. So you guys know how mine works. So I wanted to make sure I clarified that. Alex, it was wonderful to see you at Chat Across the Pond, and I appreciated your kindness dealing with some of the things that old ladies can do. So so the at _Salander is hosted amazingly by Amity Erinn, and Alex. So I just wanted to make sure that I clarified that. Okay, I think the first thing we'll do is we'll jump into shares. I have less than I normally do, but I'm hoping you guys will just be stitching away and correct that for the next one. So we will get started. The first one is a share, but it is also a very kind a couple of pictures, because Repro Rebel on Instagram sent me her finish, and I will run that across, of Love Gains by Modern Folk Embroidery, and it is gorgeous. But she also sent with that a picture of where she worked over a slub on her linen, and just showed that once it was really done, that it didn't look that bad in the whole picture, and when you stood back and looked at the at the completed piece. So I really thank you for doing that. I had sort of promised or hinted at in some of my answering of your comments that I was going to pull Ann out before I filmed, but I did not do that. I do plan to take Ann with me to the for the Love of Stitches, and we're meeting this Saturday, and I'm very, very excited, because it has been a long time since I have gotten to go. There have been family things, I think since March, so I haven't been since February, so I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody. And I thought I would take Ann with me and let some of those experienced eyes take a look at her as well. So thank you for sending both your beautiful finish and just encouragement for me to go ahead and proceed my stitching with Ann Campion by Hands Across the Sea. My next share is from Ava, and it is Souvenir de France, which, as you know, is the piece that I have chosen for Sherry Colorado Cross Stitchers Summer Camp 2024, and this is her finish. She used the called for fabric and colors, and it is a gorgeous finish, and very inspiring to me to get working on mine and try to get mine completed by the end of this month. And the final piece is from Deborah, and it is Needleworker by Little House Needleworks. It is stitched on a 32 count vintage by Bestitch Me, and it's mostly the called for colors or what she could pull from stash. So those are our shares for today. And again, thank you all for sending them. I know all of you enjoy seeing them, and I hope you will continue to send those to me, because I do love to share them with everybody. I got some happy mail, and that I'm going to show now, because it's actually a couple of pieces come home to rest, and I'll try to get through it without getting very emotional. But I do want to preface this with these were sent to me by my sister-in-law Vicki. Vicki lives in Alabama, and she was married to my brother, who, if you guys that have been watching me know, I lost to colon cancer several years ago. Sam was my younger brother by 2 years, and his birthday was June 15th. So we were just 5 days apart in birthdays, but 2 years apart by age. Vicki is one of the most kind-hearted, wonderful, gracious, a heart that could fill the size of Texas women that I've ever known. As it turned out, it was Vicki who was my mother's primary caregiver towards the end of her life, and because of me being in California and Mom being in Alabama, where they were. So I'm just, again, very lucky to have a very wonderful person in my life. I was talking to Vicki not too long ago, and I had given my brother a piece of cross stitch, and I thought maybe if they could take a picture of it, I would share it with you guys. Well, Vicki always goes above and beyond, and she found the piece, and she found another piece that I will show you, and she mailed them to me, and I received them at the beginning of this week, and sort of as a birthday present. So I'm anxious to show those to you. And Vicki, you may watch this. I don't know. She did watch a couple of them when I told her I made a FlossTube. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I want all the people that know me in my stitching community to know what an incredible person you are. So I did pretty good, huh, guys? This is the first one. My brother was a big hunter and fisherman, and so as I gave him dead ducks. It looks like they're dead. They're hanging upside down. But you guys probably remember this, but look at the fabric. Don't you remember how we used to stitch on that? It's a 14 count. I know something. I don't know what we called this, but and I had written on the back. Now, be sure you listen to the names of the husbands. This was 12/25/86. Dear Sam and Vicki, good luck in your new home. Many years of happiness to you both. And it says love. Peter, Sarah, Diane, and Allison. That was husband number 2. So I think what I may do with this, I think I may unframe it and make a project bag with it. That's my thought. But until I know for sure that that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it framed. But the second piece that Vicki sent me really means a lot to me. It is, it's got a note on the back that is from 1976, and it was a piece that I made for my mom. And it is not cross stitch; it is actually crewel, but I loved it. And I can't even believe that I stitched this. It's all probably wools. If you can see I don't even know what the stitches were that made the flowers. You can see that the orange flowers there stick out. There's that beautiful cat. And the plants and the bricks. The outdoor light. I absolutely love this piece. And it was with my mom until she died. And so now I have it back, and it will stay framed, and it will go up on my wall. And I wrote on the back of this, to Mother, all my love. Sorry. Thanks for so many things. Sarah, Tom, Diane, and Allison. That was my first husband. So 1976, and then the next one was in 1986. But I'm so happy I have them, and I get to share those two pieces with you guys, because you guys all mean so much to me, and I love to be able to share that. So those were previous finishes. All right, let's pull my little self together. Maybe I'll take a drink and a deep breath. By the way, Jackie has just put up her second FlossTube comfort stitching, and at the end she does a guided meditation, and it's amazing. Jackie's amazing. So I don't know that I want to tell you to stop watching me and run over and watch her, but I do want you to watch her and go and subscribe if you haven't done that, because her FlossTubes are amazing. Okay, next I do have I have one new FlossTuber that I did want to mention, and that is Rebecca from Beck Stitches Everything. This is a young stitcher, and we like those. She lives in the Pacific Northwest. She stitches on a variety of projects. It's beautiful stitching. She has a very sweet personality, a big smile, and I'm hoping all of you will go over and give her a big welcome, as I know all of you can do. So that was, I just wanted to I wanted to do a shout out for Rebecca. Second, I just wanted to mention again, because it seems like I think the horror and the of COVID is continuing to pass. And I know a lot of us are traveling more and going to more retreats. So I do want to remind you, if you don't know, that Roberta and Lenny of Sable Stitchers, I think Roberta is primarily the administrator and responsive for the website, which is Sable Stitcher, just one, because when she put this together, there was just the one of them, sablestitcher.net, and she makes every attempt to keep that accurate and up to date with upcoming retreats and how to sign up for them and to find out information. So I wanted to make sure that I reminded everybody about that. Next, I have to mention this. I cannot overlook it. I just found out, I think through a mention in a FlossTube, that Jane and Julie, running with sisters, stitching with Jane and Julie, that they have decided to pause or stop making FlossTubes. And I don't know why this has happened. I only know that there were probably hard decisions made, and this is what they have decided to do. But I want to publicly say to both of them how much joy and laughter they brought to me. And again, for those of you that have been with us, it was Jane who heard me mention that Ira Ray and Ida Mae were my unicorn charts. And she wrote me right away and said that she would send them to me as long as when I finished them, I would make sure that they continued to be passed on and enjoyed by other stitchers. I'm so sorry. They are two incredible women with a wonderful friendship. I remember the first shout out I did, and I said, you just have to go watch them, because it's just friendship in action, and there's really nothing more beautiful than that. So Jane and Julie, I salute you, and know again how much joy I know that you have brought to all of us. They're both going to stay active on Instagram, so it's not a goodbye, but we will miss you. So, okay, maybe another deep breath. Maybe I'll have to stop this and do a guided meditation. Okay, now we're going to move forward. Okay, I have a fully finish. I have a finish. I have two new starts. One of them is cross stitch and one of them is something else. And I'm going to show you my my planner so far for June. Got some pretty flowers on it, and as you can see, a lot of stitching's been done. Okay, and so my fully finish is A Pledge of Affection by Blackbird Designs. I'm going to kind of do one of these, and maybe they'll take it for my screen grab. Anyway, I had finished this a while back. I don't remember what I stitched it on, but I did use the call for threads. I put some more of this kind of rose fabric. This is Lady Dot Creates Chenille, because you guys know this is pretty much how I make a pillow. But this one I did put pretty much predominantly the lizard litter, the walnut shells, and I really like it. I think I will probably do that for all of them going forward. I put the polyfill in the tips, and but I just like the heft of the pillow with that. And this is has Stan's initial S and the year 2000, which was when we were married, husband number 3. I've hit them all. Anyway, okay. So that is A Pledge of Affection by Blackbird Designs, and I'm very happy to have that finished. Okay, my finish is Chester. So this is Chester's Place by Whistle Stop Stitcher Designs, and it is all done. So I put Chester. I put the year 2011 to 2023. He would have been 13 this January. And based on someone's suggestion, this is a little teeny brown Annie. I stitched it 1/1. Can you believe it? I mean, like I voluntarily did something 1/1. And I know that bottom border looks a little light. I'm going to make a project bag with this so that I'm using it all the time. And I think I will pet all the dogs in this bag as soon as I get it made. So this was my focus piece. I gave it 7 days until it was finished. So that is Chester's Place, honoring my dog Chester that we lost last year. But then she's here. So right there. Okay. So that was my finish and my fully finish. I started my only new start, other than the cross stitch, is Katerina Adriana Lunison, 1777 by 1884 Stitchery. I showed this to you as a purchase last time. I saw it on with Karen of Recovering Monogamous Stitcher, and I've never had something grab me. I mean, it just really grabbed me, and I needed to have it. So I have started it, and I am stitching it on a mystery piece of linen. I know it's a Picture This Plus. I don't think it. I actually did what Nicola in her Academy of Needlework. I did what she suggested, and I stitched over every 2 threads and then counted them, and it's somewhere between 35 and a 36 count. So I think it may have been a 32 count piece that somehow I lost the label. I do know it's Picture This Plus, and I'm using the called for DMC. And this is the ones that I have, they look a little ratty, don't they? These are the ones that I have put on floss drops. These are some more of the colors. Look at that. It is just gorgeous. And this is my start so far. And it's on a big piece of fabric because it's a big piece. But this is what I have done so far. So this, I have, completely finished this, the birds in the basket, started the border as I do. These are just some leaves, and this is starting the bird that was there. So you guys can readily see this is a Picture This Plus. I don't know if it's Heartland, Erinn, I don't know, Legacy, but it was a big piece, and I decided, I'll go ahead and put this on here. So that is Katerina Adriana Lunison, 1777 by 1884 Stitchery. So that was my my new start since I've seen you guys last. The other thing that I did, and this is really exciting, when you think about how we all would love so much to have stitchers in the same area. Sorry for tearing up. My nose is running. Is I went in. I realized that we had a quilt shop that I didn't know was here, and so I went in just to say hello and see what kind of fabrics they have, which is very exciting for me to have an option other than Joann's for backing fabric. I don't buy fabric very often, as you guys know. I am trying very hard to use up every little scrap and piece I have in the house, but it is nice to know they're there. Well, I was just talking, and as you guys know, I had shown before, or if you're new, I had purchased this First Stitches kit for English paper piecing that Susan Stanley, A Stitch in Time, sells on her website. And so I just was telling her, I don't quilt, but I'm a cross stitcher, but I got this kit, and she said, oh, we have a group that meets once a month. What? I said, sign me up. So they meet the second Thursday of the month. And so I went to the first one, and that's where I started. So I waited, and so I will show you what this is. I've gotten all the pieces done for this flower. They're all basted. Look at me use all the fancy words. Oh, that's not it. They're right here. Okay, so they're all basted. I did put a hole in the back, and I'm gonna get one of my fine crochet hooks to pop them out. So these are the petals, and then I got the first piece sewn to the center. So there it is. I used the ladder stitch just like Susan. I will confess, Susan, I did use an iron. I ironed these things down. It was a little hard for me to, I think, hold it. I have a little difficulty with my strength in my hands. So there was an iron there. But I met 3 of the most lovely women, and we chatted, and they really got a kick out of the fact that that this was the first time I had done English paper piecing, and that's all they do. And of course, they were working on these. Oh my gosh, they were gorgeous pieces. And one of them, though, she did do a lot of reproduction samplers. And so I got to show off a picture of Mary 395, and I will have to admit they were pretty impressed. So anyway, so this is my start at English paper piecing. And Susan, as I always do, I want to thank you and thank you and thank you, because this was a brilliant idea. I've even given some thought, I don't know, but with the new baby coming, instead of crocheting a blanket, maybe I can make a little paper piece, English garden, whatever you guys call them. And then this is, if I showed you guys, I got this at Stitch North from Susan, the Blue Crab Stitcher, and it is a perfect little bag to hold my English paper piecing. As I travel back and forth to my English paper piecing group. How exciting. So that is, those are the new starts. Okay, so I think, wow, we are ready to jump into the laundry basket. So let's get going here. My first piece is Souvenir de France. And I will show that like this so that I don't show the chart. It is a blackbird design, and you saw the fully finished one in the shares. And this was to take a Sherry's prompt was to either take a multicolored piece and make it monochromatic, not monogamous, monochromatic, or to take a monochromatic piece and add a different color in there. So I have chosen a pink silk from Almond M&M's, and the gray is a silk from this is a mystery silk from Silks for You. I'm pretty sure that that's where I got that. I'm stitching this on a 36 count antique white Edinburgh. So border's almost done. There's just, I'm gonna put the year on it. I'm gonna make the year that Stan and I went to Paris. And I think I can get this finished by the end of the month. So that is Souvenir de France by Blackbird Designs. My next piece, oh, I thought it was time to, 'cause I don't show it every time, but to let you guys see Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler. I always work on that after I film my videos. I need to start giving it a little more time than that, though. I am stitching it on a 32 count platinum by 32 count platinum Lugana, and I'm using DMC 310, and I am stitching one thread over two on 32 count. So this is, I continue to work in the same area. So this is the piece. I can't even see what you can see. And I continue to work down in this area. We'll fold this up just a little bit. Down in this area right in here. The thread marks the spot. So you can see all the little critters that pop up. That is one of the absolute joys of doing a Long Dog Sampler. I just love it. But I do love, I love the lightness, the laciness. I think that is the effect that is happening with the one thread over two on a 32 count. And I'll show it again one more time, as much of all of it as I can. That really stretches the old arms. So that is Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler. And I look forward to laying hands on it this afternoon. Okay. My next piece is Courage by Cottage Garden Samplings. I am stitching this for, I started it with the Sal, hashtag Pam Survival Sal, for Pam of Just Keep Stitching, 30 years cancer free. She just had a birthday on June 17th. Happy birthday, Pam. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count hog bristle by Fox and Rabbit. I'm using the called for over-dyed floss. And I have continued to move over in here for the this other row of flowers. I worked some more on, I think I put all of this in. And I am stitching this for I want to give it as a pillow to a friend of mine who had a recurrence and has now had a second mastectomy. She's doing great, but she is courageous. So that is Courage by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I love to work on it. Excuse me just one second. So, sorry, I left the screen there. Okay. The next, oh my gosh, this was a test because for those of you who have been with me, I had pulled this out a while back. I can even tell you when I pulled it back. The last time I worked on this was, oh my goodness, it was in May of 2023, so a year ago. But I was so excited when I pulled it out because I enjoyed working on it. And so I wanted to see if it would still happen. I know I keep teasing, but it is this, A Tisket, a Tasket by Rosewood Manor. When I first started, I was taken aback by the number of color changes, by the similarity in shades of the blues and the grays. But by gosh, I pulled it out again and it is still just as much fun to stitch on. I am loving it. I am stitching this on a 36 count Smoky Chimney by XG Designs. I'm using the called for over-dyed floss. And this is, I made quite a bit of progress. So I did from all of this piece, this, I've extended the border. I did this piece. Look at that. Look at those colors. Oh my gosh, I love it. It will take a long time, but I love working on it. And that's all I needed. I needed to know that I just take a deep breath. I don't want a lot of distractions, and it all just goes beautifully. If I would stick with it, also, you get a flow in how you're going to finish those pieces when the color changes are so frequent. And that is one thread over 2 linen threads. And that is a Tisket a Tasket by Rosewood Manor. I love it. So we will become fast friends and stay fast friends. So, okay, next we had a 13th since I've seen you last. So we pulled out Away We Ride. I do have other Halloween pieces, but I know this is a big house, but it's kind of like, other than, it's almost all I have left. Okay, I just like to work on it. So I am stitching this on a 36 count Endora by Needle and Flax, and I'm using the fabulous Vicki Clayton silks. So I have all the birds. So I got these birds done. I finished this bird. I have started, there's the chimney and the roof of the house. So that is my progress on Away We Ride. I have seen several of these on Instagram, and they are just gorgeous. So Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. Okay. Next we have Eddie and Patsy by Maximum Cross Stitch. I did post when I got very close, this bird is not quite finished, but enough that you can see that it's a beautiful bird on Instagram. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count Catnap by Roxy Floss Co. And I am also using the Roxy Floss Co. Floss Pack that I got at Stitch North. So this is my progress. And I so understand how people are loving the birds. Is that not gorgeous? Those little pops of the Fallow red in that pink, they just take my breath away. So that's Kim, the contented needleworker. It's probably finished, but she was giving it some time as well. And then just take a gander again at that gorgeous piece of fabric, which is reading very true. So that is Eddie and Patsy by Maximum Cross Stitch. My next, and again, this is a piece that I don't show every time, but we got some progress on it. And so this is Vince's stocking, and it's Woodland Storytime Stocking by Cooler Designs. And I'm stitching this on a 14 count Aida, and using the Call for DMC. I work on this every Sunday, and this is my progress. Oh, let's get that big. Now this is 2 strands over 1, but look at the deer. I took a picture and sent it to Eva, just of the deer. I said, look at that. So I enjoy it. I've got it on Markup XP, which I really enjoy. And so as soon as I finish this one, I'm going to have to start another one. Isn't that exciting? For those of you that are new today, my daughter, Eva, who is Vince's mother, he is about 15 months old now, is pregnant again. So you will see pictures of Vince at the end of the video. So that is Woodland Storytime Stocking. My Sunday stitch. My next one, I actually started this a year ago on Juneteenth, and that is This Juneteenth Day by Shaded Stitchery. And I love working on it. I gave it about 3 days since I've seen you last. It is being stitched on a 36 count summer khaki. I'm using the called for DMC. And this is my progress. So this basket was here, but I finished the bottom. I finished another of the ships. I took the waves across, and I got the word celebrate in, because that's what we do today, is celebrate. And then I always put, 1 to 2 threads as I'm stitching in of this band across the top. So it says, celebrate and remember ancestors. I can't read this. Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed, and I don't have glasses with me. Stay in our souls forever this Juneteenth day. Well, I'm so sorry. I can't read that. But anyway, this is my progress so far. You will certainly be able to read it. I love this font when I have stitched it. So that is my progress on that. And it is housed in a bag made by me with beautiful women of color. Okay, my next piece is my 2 strands a day, which is moving right along. And that is Summer at Cherry Hill by Brenda Gervais. I am stitching this on a 36 count Stars Hollow Blend by R&R Reproductions. And I'm using the called for overdyed floss. So let's see what we've done. I got almost all of the bees in. I got all the numbers finished. I put these 2 pieces in twice right here. And I have started the bee skip, and I got this bird in up top. So that's all since I've seen you last, with 2 threads a day. And I love working on it. So that is Summer at Cherry Hill. It's my 2 strands a day by Brenda Gervais. Okay. And then last but certainly not least, because it's getting very close, is my Strawberry Fields Forever, which is a stitch along, hashtag BBD, Magical Mystery Tour Sal, and also for the Sal that is being held by Stephanie and Allison and Julie of Julie and Stitches. Stephanie and Allison are with Cross Stitch the Globe, and their hashtag is hashtag Fab4FanSal. And this one I am stitching, which is why I have so much fun, on a 25 count Lugana. The name is Rugged Rochester. It's by Those Missing Stitches. I'm using the called for overdyed floss. And It's really close. It is so cute and little. So what I have left is the rest of the red gate, this half, and to fill in these bricks. So the house is done. I always have to check blackbirds to make sure I haven't left out any doodads. But yeah, that's, and you can see it's like the size of my face. It's very small. So that is Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Design, 1/1 on 25 count Lugana. I just love to look at it. And guys, you know, we talked about it. I am so glad I changed this. It just really makes a difference. So those are my whips. That's still kind of light on the whips, aren't I? But you know what? I'm getting into sometimes spending, you know, like more than one day on things. And then I also find myself when I am very close to finishing something that I want to do it. So, you know, especially like Chester was so close to being finished. I don't know if it ended up getting more than 7 days or not, but, and then what I usually do is in the morning, you know, I stitch in the morning and in the afternoon. I quit stitching by 6:30 to 7 at night, and I don't stitch at night. So I do that, and so I do my 2 threads first thing so that I don't forget. And then I pick whatever piece I'm going to work on in the morning. And sometimes, you know, I may go down and put together a pillow. I usually do it in stages so that I can run down and do something, and then just, it makes it very easy to just do it in little bites. But the thing that has been consistently happening, that at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, after I fed Sweet Annie, I change back to Strawberry Fields. Because I dearly love working on it. And I think I'm going to kind of continue that pattern. So I don't know what you call that. You know, I have 2 threads a day. I have a focus piece that gets 7 days a week. And then I get something that gets worked on from 5 to 7. Who knows? Every night. But that's kind of how I'm stitching these days. And I'm really enjoying it. So those are my whips. I did have some Happy Mail that I actually had last time, but I always like to make sure that it is okay to show. But this was so sweet. Steph sent a bark box to Annie. It was spa day. How cute is that? Now, one toy she already got, and she's a chewer, so it may have met some demise. But there's this little toy, and they all have little squeakers, and Irish Spring, if I got it upside down. So I think it's got, yeah, squeaker, and an aloe plant, you know, because you got to have aloe when you go to the spa. And then it was just packed with these treats, which I must admit are quite good. To the dog. The dog likes them. I promise I don't eat them. But we cut them up into small pieces and have been using them for training. So I just thought that was so sweet. And her thought on that was, you know, that she was aware that we would have old toys of Chester's, and it was to let Annie start out with fresh toys. And again, that's kind, that's thoughtful, that's generous, and Steph, thank you so much for that. I also got my summer copy of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. As you guys know, I have a hashtag going on that as well, which is Stitch Smalls from P&PS, and there's a bunch of good ones to work on in this one. It is just amazing. So if you're not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you can get access in some of the subscriptions to the digital copies from when they started. So that is, and this is their 10th year anniversary, or their 10th year, yeah, 10 years in publication. So that's the punch needle and primitive stitcher. So for plans, I mentioned I'm going Saturday to for the Love of Stitches, where we will get to see everybody and stitch, and I'm very excited about that. And I did want to give another plug for the birthday sal, which is #2birthdayGirls. This is a birthday sal for Judy, Stitching Bunny, and I, because we are 1 week apart, literally 1 week apart. We were born the same year. We will both be 73 years old. My birthday is June 20th. Hers is June 27th. And we have chosen, or she graciously said that she would stitch, she had not stitched Florence Mary Dickinson of Hands Across the Sea. I am so inspired by this because I know you all watch Brenda and Laura, and Brenda just finished this, and it is lovely. She was giving us tips about making sure that we did not leave the border until the end. So I will take that to heart, Brenda. And as I mentioned last time, I was given this beautiful piece of 40 count cream brulee by Tabby Cat from Sandra, which was just a very sweet gift. And because I was gifted the beautiful fabric, Stan gave me the Vicki Clayton silks for my birthday. So I know they're very hard to show, but you can see, oh, look at that red, the colors. So I think if it all works out, Judy and I are going to like Zoom together or call together on Monday, the 24th, which is, and we'll either, you know, whether we're both starting it at the exact same time or stitching on it at the exact same time. So I am beyond excited to have a little me time with Judy, the Stitching Bunny. I know you're so jealous, Laura, but yes, we're going to do that. And I'm excited. For, a lot of you are joining in. I know Holly, Hobbies of Holly, she is going to start it, and her birthday is June 25th. There are so many June birthdays, and if I tried to remember the ones of you, I did know Tammy's got a birthday, I think the same day as mine, maybe. But there are a lot of June birthdays, and it doesn't have to be Florence Mary Dickinson. If you haven't stitched it and you want to, it might be a great time to pick it up. But otherwise, you know, join in and help us birthday girls celebrate being 73. How about that? So those are my plans. Now, here's the other thing, and I'm just throwing it out. I have been thinking about this for too long, but I've got to figure out a way that we can start maybe meeting each other by Zoom. Because I'm not going to probably go to that many more retreats. I don't know other ways that our paths might cross, but there are so many of you that have been with me, and that really hit home when I did my 50th episode last time. So I know Roberta and Lenny, they are doing that as well. And I will probably model it somewhat off of theirs, where we will, I may have you just like put the word Zoom in a comment, and then, you know, we'll pick 10. I would like to start with small groups, but maybe work towards some regular day where you can pop in and out and we can stitch together. So I want to meet. I'm greedy. I want to see your faces. I want to hear you talking. Those of you that want to, I want to stitch with you. I know we somewhat stitch together in these videos, but I want more. So I'm hoping, I would love all the feedback in the world. A good time for me would probably be in the afternoons. And I don't know whether to do one, like on a Saturday or a Sunday in the afternoon. Right now, I can do Zoom, and it's not costing anything if we, do it for about 40 minutes at a time. But I think if this goes well, I think I would like to see what the plans are, to where it's more unlimited and we're not structured by a time or how many can be there. Although I do think when you get a video with too many people, then it just sort of gets washed out. But I am open to everything. I would really like you to flood those comments with your ideas and thoughts, because I have been doing a little more, just a small number of Zoom stitches with some other people, and they're really fun. And most of the time we really stitch, serious stitchers. But I want to get to know you. You just know what you mean to me, and so I think you would understand that. So that's my call out to you. I would like any ideas, the times, and I think with the next video I do, then we will actually include the word Zoom in that comment, and I'll start picking 10 at a time, and maybe we could do it twice a month. We'll just see how it works out. But I feel so right that I think that we should do this. So if you agree, please leave a comment, and let's make this happen. Let's get to know each other even better. So I think I covered everything. I think I actually covered everything on my notes, and I don't think I forgot anything. So if you were new to my FlossTube channel and you did like what you see, I hope you will subscribe, ring the bell, share, like, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. I'm at a loss for words. And for all of you that have been with me, and so many of you that have been with me since the beginning, thank you. You have lifted me up, and you have given me a gift that I treasure, and I thank you for that. So I think I have covered everything that's on the table. So I'm going to ask you if you will grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Bye-bye. Until next time.